Today I want to talk about horror. In my Facebook stream, I had people posting pictures from a haunted house. And before and after that post, there were refugee nightmares, and after that was a school shooting post. And I'm thinking, how much fun can it be to visit the novelty of horror when we're faced with so much horror in our actual lives? At these haunted houses, they'll have these rooms, a room with a axe murderer, and they have another with a chainsaw. Would they have a room from a classroom and a bunch of dead children? Or is that not the kind of horror that we like? I totally makes sense to try to enjoy the thrill of fear within this realm that isn't real. Getting your head around fake monsters makes much more sense than trying to get your head around the real monsters. That makes sense. I don't understand the torture porn. And it seems like there's this whole genre of horror where all they try to do is push the imagination as far as it can go into imagery that just kind of, oh my gosh, like tweaks, like scars your brain, like a tagger, etching something into concrete so that it's there forever. Why would you want to paint your memories with that? I saw 15 minutes of a Friday the 13th movie. Every time I go camping, I have the sound in my head. And do we really need that many more reasons to be on guard and to be fearful in the world? That's one of the big problems that I have with the whole concept of horror is, by choice, taking my mind into a place of terror and atrocity and gore and blood, when I feel like I spend so much of my day-to-day mental processing and my spiritual practice is in trying to stay on track in the good, in the joy. And in doing so, I feel like it can keep me strong and balanced and gives me the strength to, every once in a while when I have the strength, visit the darkness in the world and try to spread some light into those dark places. I really think that there is a critical role that we all need to play of protecting our fragile little minds. I think it's a little bit that it's addicting, like picking a scab. World's largest tumor, you're like, oh yes, I definitely would like to see more about this tumor. Maybe the whole thing with the desire for horror is this relaxing of the constrictions that we have on our minds and our brains. Just the very vacation from the confines of our social contract can be liberating. I was very influenced by Jung, who pushed the idea of shadows and that you cannot ever fully let your creative flow go while you're also monitoring and holding back any dark impulses. You have to embrace the shadow so that your full expression can come through. And maybe that's part of this. Allowing the darkness out, allowing all the things that we tell ourselves is not okay to be okay in this protected space within the boundaries, within the walls of the horror movie or of the haunted hotel. And if that is the case, well then I applaud all of you who are exploring your edges and looking to understand yourself deeper. It is the full tapestry of it all that makes it beautiful. You can't make a magnificent masterpiece with just tones of pink. You gotta have dark colors, you gotta have black. I get that. And so I thank all of you who are contributing the darkness to our tapestry. As you visit the darkness and you explore who you are and you become strengthened by that shadow reconciliation, use some of that strength, use some of that power to every once in a while visit the true darkness in the world and shed light into those people who are not in fiction but could use some of your strength and some of your light and some of your love. Thank you. I love you. I would recommend